ship out on May 24th. Yeah. Alright, so we got 03 GMC Denali check engine light from 1996 on. Every car has an OBD2 port right here where you plug in. Now there are different locations, different cars, but so it says it's got one code. Alright. And I'm gonna hit on it and I'm gonna ask it what the code is. And it's saying it's a P0155 and it's telling me oxygen sensor, heater circuit, bank 2, sensor 1. This car is a V8, so one side of cylinders is one bank and the other side of cylinders is the other bank. So since this is bank 2, this is going to be on the passenger side. There's 4 oxygen sensors on this car. The ones that are first are sensor 1. So this is telling me bank 2, passenger side, first sensor, before the catalytic converters has a bad heater circuit. It could be a bad sensor, could be bad wiring, could be a bad fuse. I can check wiring and fuses without actually checking my wiring and fuses with this scanner. If I go back, and I'm going to pick data stream and view. Each sensor is going to be different, but again, this thing is $100 at a parts store, and it's well worth it. And I'm going to scroll through the options and look for bank 2 sensor 1 oxygen sensor. We want bank 2 sensor 1. Here we go, output voltage. So I'm going to put it on a graph. It's supposed to read between basically 0.2 volts and 1 volts, and it's pretty much stuck at a half a volt, but it is going up and down. Let's see what happens if I gas it. So since it's responding to throttle, that right tells me that the fuses are good, so I don't need to check fuses now, and it tells me that the wiring to the sensor is connected. When I give it gas, the voltage goes up, and then when I let off the gas, the voltage drops. So the sensor's reading. So the wiring is connected, it's got power to the sensor, the heater circuit heats the oxygen sensor up, so this will affect gas mileage, throttle response, engine performance. So these aren't exactly the readings I want, but they're working. So I think we got a dead sensor. So we're gonna lift this thing up, put a new oxygen sensor in it, we'll clear the codes. So the connector for the oxygen sensor, there's the electrical connector. It's got a lock tab. This little blue guy, you pull it out and then you can unplug it. Okay, so now I unplugged it, and then it's gonna feed over to this side of the frame. Like a spark plug threaded into the exhaust. Okay, so I just cracked it loose. Where's the sensor? Okay. Now, I kind of looking at it, I kind of feel like it's been replaced before just because of wires, but this truck's low mileage for the year, so we're gonna go. I like Denso. I think it's much better. This is OE. I don't want universal. I want a upstream OE style. Here we go. OE style with the factory style connector. Does that look like? Is that at all? So again, this car has enough access to use a basic wrench. So I ran this guy over here. We had that loom. We're going to slide it back in the hole. Make it locked so it won't be able to come apart. I really looped. So now we're going to hook the scanner back up, clear the light, go through that oxygen sensor line, we call it a PID. Full as far as plug, you gotta turn the ignition to the run position. Base codes. Clear. This vehicle has no fault code, so we did clear it. So now I'm going to start it. We're going to go back to screen for that specific sensor, which was bank 2 sensor 1. We got to find it again. Bank 2 sensor 1. And now it looks like an EKG machine, like a heartbeat machine. Look at that. That's a good signal. You can compare this signal to the one we had last time, and you'll see it's two completely different sets of activities. Now this is what it should look like. Bouncing between about 0.2 and 0.8. So this one's at 0.87, going down to 0.2, 0.18, and it's just like a heartbeat machine. That other one was just kind of stuck and go high and stay. And it's the front sensors that are used to monitor fuel delivery, and the back 2 sensors basically monitor your catalytic converter activity. So if they're bad, they actually won't affect engine performance. This one will make the truck run better. So boom. That is definitely fixed. That is exactly the pattern we want to see.